Okay, hi there. I'm just going to be taking 30 minutes of your time. I'm going to be breaking down everything you need to know about copywriting. This video is going to be of the highest benefit for you if, let's say, you are in your 30, you're in your 3 months, 6 months phase of copywriting. You don't really understand, or you haven't been able to grasp the whole concept of copywriting, and then you are being faced with different branches, different categories, different things. You don't even know which one to do. If you go into short form copies, or you don't understand the marketing parts, the persuasion, and you don't understand how they all play together. There are a lot of books out there teaching about copywriting, but not a short video that's going to give you all the details. So let's jump right in. So now copywriting is it's a high income skill, mostly to persuade people to buy something. Now on the persuasive journey of compelling people to take actions, there are a lot of things, there are a lot of phrases, because you can't just persuade any kind of person. You have to know who your market is. You have to know a lot. Copywriting has a lot to do with research. It has a lot to do with research, because you have to know who you're dealing with, the best thing to present to them. You can't present a banana will be more appealing to a monkey than an orange, so to say. So you have to make your research to understand what exactly keeps them awake. Copywriting has a lot to do with research. Now, there are also different branches of research. You'll be asking yourself, where should I do research? When should I stop doing research? Now, where does a strong copy, there's a tight copy, where you are able to use your words, phrase your sentences, phrase your paragraphs well. They should not be lazily written, weak copies. What phrase of copywriting is that? You have such questions like offer generations, and you've heard of things like the actual effectiveness of a direct response copy is not necessarily in the copy. It's like 20%. Marketers can argue about that, but let's say 40% your target audience, 20% your 40% your target audience, 40% your offer, 20% your copy. There are a lot of things that come into successful ads, successful campaigns, a lot of things, but majorly offer generation and market research. Now that has a lot of things to do with research. So now you have to be very conversant with your research. Then secondly, there are also the basics. There are also different types of copywriting. There are also different branches. As a newbie, or maybe you're just in your 3 month stage of copywriting and still trying to understand the whole essence. You're taking 2 to 3 courses. Now there are also short form copies, where you don't really have to do lots of research. Someone has done the research for you. You already know your target audience. You don't really have to take the responsibility of doing a lot of research. You just have to learn to phrase your words, create excitement, and put emotional words, and know how to expand emotions, know how to clarify their thought process, and you do that phrase of copywriting. Those are the things that when you are going into the stage of tightening your copies, making it as effective as possible with the least possible words, so to reduce the boredom, to eradicate boredom. Now that phrase is it's under the copy. There are 4 things that make copywriters very good. You must be very persuasive. You must know how to persuade people. You must be a marketer. You must know how to do your research very well. And the closing. Then you must also know how to write a very good copy. Now, a very good copy is in the words, in the persuasion, is in the phrasing of your words, the excitement you create, the slope you are able to create for your readers, and all. Then you have the marketing stage. Please do not confuse the marketing with the copywriting, like the ability to write good copies. Now someone can do the research for you, where you just have to write only the copies. Then you can also just do the research for the person. You could just generate concepts. So there are a lot of branches in copywriting that I feel you should take your time to understand. There's some people just specialize in offer generation. Some people just specialize in writing the lacrime copies, very good compelling stories. Some people specialize in research. Some people specialize in, that's when it comes to the direct response copywriting. Now some people can also specialize in short form copies, long form copies. But in general, I shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. So in general, the copywriting phrase, the thought process of your audience, the research, and all. So when you're given a copywriting project, let's say, then you ask yourself which, okay, at your newly learning stage, then you'll be encountering, let's say, just 3 months, 5 months, your projects you'll be getting, just have to do a little of research. I don't know if you've clarified offer generation. If you don't really understand offer generation, we could talk about that later. But on that stage, we have a lot to discuss. So that's just, I just poured out my opinion. If you have any questions, if I've answered your questions, please let me know.